First one, Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. Welcome to Toronto.
Thanks, Neil.
Slightly different weather from what you were used to last season.
A little different, a little colder, but yeah, I've been a part of weather like this before,
Yes.
playing in Colorado, so it's nothing unfamiliar, and I actually enjoy it cold.
Your thoughts about coming to Toronto and being reunited with Robin?
Very, very excited. You know, it's someone I've known for quite a few years, him and most of his coaching staff. At the end of the day, we worked together for 4 years in Colorado. So seeing that ideas that he wants to see translate onto the field that I'm already familiar with makes it easier for me to adapt into what he wants and what he expects from us. Makes it a little easier for me. Definitely hungry to win something together with him and his coaching staff, just because I know, like I said, most of his coaching staff know how hard they work day in, day out, and it would be unbelievable to achieve something together with this coaching staff and this group of players.
How did this move come about? Was this something that the club reached out to you? It was through your agent that you approached them? Like, what was the genesis of coming here?
Reality is in Miami, I wasn't playing, and so I wanted to move out of there to a place where I could compete, and it was the club that reached out to me, and for me it was a no-brainer, just because all I wanted and all I asked for was a opportunity to compete, and you know, and knowing Robin and the way he works and his coaching staff works, and you know, hearing about how the organization works, you know, it's something that made me want to be a part of it. So it was a no-brainer once those conversations started.
Were there other options on the table, or?
There were a couple other options on the table, but like I said, as soon as the club reached out to me, my head was set on coming here.
How was your time in Miami? Obviously, everybody watches Miami because of Messi and the other stars there. What was it like?
It was a good time. I mean, obviously, you know, lucky enough to be part of the group that ended up lifting the MLS trophy, and you know, it's amazing to work with class athletes who you know, been known to be the best in the world for so many years, and just seeing how much they care about the game, and how intense they are in, day out, and how they take care of themselves. And you know, it was great to be a part of it, and privileged to have had those guys as teammates.
You have an interesting background. I mean, I speak as somebody who grew up in England and now lives in Canada. You have both Mexican and American. Do you feel like you straddle both countries, both cultures? They both formed you?
I love both cultures, man. I mean, if we're talking food, Mexican every day, any day of the week. But I have, you know, a lot of respect for both cultures. Parents are from the U.S. I was born in Mexico, started my career in Mexico. The country, you know, where my parents lived for many years, always treated them well. So I have the utmost respect for both cultures, both countries. I played for the U.S. National team, so it's another. I'm a person who always likes to see the bright side of things, and you know, I like to cherish everything I have, and so I feel privileged to have grown with both of those cultures that, you know, I absolutely love, and like I said, there's some things I like more about one than the other, and you know, I try to enjoy them both.
Have you had much of a chance to sit and chat with Luka? I mean, my understanding is it was just today you met for the first time. So.
Chatted with him for all of 3 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, just when he got to the locker room today. Today was our first session together, and you know, he's still. I've been in his shoes coming back from a national team and having to come into training the next day. You're tired, man.
Right.
And so seems like a great guy, you know, and perfect timing that, you know, we're going to Spain. So the keeper group it's a different family. You know, we're apart. We're out earlier than the rest of the guys, and So it's a great time to build that chemistry, that competition. Now that we're going to Spain for preseason.
As someone who's an experienced goalkeeper, is there something that you can sort of impart to him or pass on to him, who's still very much in the infancy of his sort of goalkeeping career?
Yeah, I have quite a few years of an advantage on him. I'm on the older side, and he's on the younger. But I can learn from him too. In this game, in this sport, you're always going to learn new stuff, and it's never too late to learn. So hopefully, we can both learn from each other. Create a strong relationship, have a strong goalkeeper unit, and build off of each other. Because the only ones who are going to benefit from that is the rest of the group, the team, which at the end of the day is the most important thing. And but I hope there's things that he can learn from me, and I know there's going to be things I'll be able to learn from him. So, looking forward to it.
You leave tomorrow. Obviously, when you change club, there's a lot of things off the field that have to be done. Have you found a place to live? There will be family joining you?
That's why the woman you choose to accompany you in life is very important. My wife is outstanding, and she takes a lot of that stress off of my back. We have found a place. To your point, it's stressful when you have to come to training. You're trying to focus here, and then afternoons, you're looking where to live. But since day one, everyone here has been absolutely amazing, recommending areas, how far do I want to be from training grounds, what kind of things I like to do in the afternoons, and they can recommend a house, an apartment, location. So they've made it very easy. Everyone from staff to players, coaches, and then on top of it, we're going to Spain. My wife's staying back, and she's going to take care of receiving all the furniture, all the stuff. So, like I said, it's very important to the one who accompanies you in life to take a little bit of that stress off your back.
Is it just you and your wife? Do you have kids, or?
Just me and my wife and our dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many languages do you speak? Is it just English and Spanish? Do you speak anything else?
No, I speak English, Spanish, and then I can understand Portuguese, and enough to get by with, Portuguese speaking teammates, which is very helpful because we have one here now that it's nice to be able to understand each other.
It's really early days for you, but I'm wondering what you've seen when you look at your teammates, when you look at this club. What is the situation that you're walking through?
First thing I notice is that there's a good chemistry in the locker room. That's for me is the most important thing, and I notice it from day one with how they receive me. And I like to observe a lot, and I can see in the locker room that there's a great chemistry. And from the training sessions, intensity. It's very intense. And today we did 11s, 15 minutes, I believe, and it was very intense. And I love that. That combined with good chemistry, we can only go forward from here. So looking forward to this preseason and obviously to the rest of the year, but we got to take it one step at a time. When you see good chemistry in the locker room, it's massive. It goes a long way.
Mexico, the U.S. now up here in Canada. Is 2026 a year that should be exciting for yourself, for everyone?
Oh, can you?
Just about the World Cup coming now being up here in Canada, you have the Mexican, the U.S. Just this year, 2026. How excited are you?
Dude, World Cup is awesome. It's. I don't know if it's just because I love what I do, but the World Cup is something I look forward to, every 4 years. It unites people. It makes people forget about any problem there is, and you see intensities of games, and we're privileged, all of us in this room, to be hosting the World Cup, seeing the greatest countries, players in the world play in our countries. I mean, we need to take advantage of it because I wasn't even born yet when there was a World Cup in Mexico. My parents remember it, but I wasn't even born. So to be able to have this opportunity to be hosting World Cup, having Mexican, being born in Mexico, having U.S. parents and family, and now playing in Canada, I mean, it's a dream for me.
Speaking to Robin before, he said something to the effect that he wasn't sure what you're going to do when you retire because you're just so tuned in and wired all the time. I wonder what's that born out of? Is that just part and parcel of being a goalkeeper, or how do you
We're
come
crazy, man. Goalkeepers, yeah. I don't know where I got it from, but yeah, since a boy, I've always been the same. At least that's what my mom says. And you know what I'm gonna do after? I have no idea. I just like enjoying the moment. You know, I'm privileged to be 36 years old and still be able to do what I love. And you know, that's why it doesn't matter what the weather's like. It doesn't matter the conditions of the pitch we train on or play on. Any day I get to go out there and do what I love, you know, I'm going to make the most of it. Um, I'm very proud of that. Up until this day, there's not a single thing I regret in my entire career because I've always given 100%. And that's what makes me most proud. And I'm just trying to enjoy it as long as it lasts. And once, you know, once it's time to hang up the gloves, then I'll figure out what's next in life. But at this time, I have no idea because I'm so dialed in what I absolutely love to do.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Just, do you have any expectations about the training camp in Spain?
Do I have any expectations? You know, hopefully we can continue to build on the chemistry that I was mentioning earlier that I already see. You know, if we, you know, my expectation is to get the group as strong as possible, that we can bond. And because when you have a very strong locker room, things automatically happen out on the pitch. And so that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And obviously, you know, the expectation is that whatever Robin asks of us to do on the pitch, that we can get a quick understanding of it and that you can see it, you know, on the pitch once we start playing friendlies and whatnot. Hopefully by the time we come back, everything is so dialed in that, you know, we have, you know, the utmost confidence and ready to go game one.